Hey everybody, it's Steve here, and welcome to Burgertime from 1982. Holy crap. Oh, this takes me back. Good game. It's been a while since I played it. I just kind of hooked up the NES. It feels awesome to have this NES controller in my hand again. I said that in that last vlog that I just put up, but anyway, about the game. You play as Peter Pepper, the little chef guy here, and your object is to get all of the pieces of the burgers down onto the plates below. Of course, you got these enemies, these little sausages and eggs. Later on, there's pickles that chase you around. The controls are really touchy. Getting on and off the ladders. If you're not exactly like in just the right spot, you won't either get on or get off the ladder. And especially with this old controller in my hand, it feels, as good as it feels to have the controller in my hand again, it also feels weird in that the controls are really sticky. For every fourth piece of a burger that falls down, an item will appear, and kind of not always in the middle, but toward the middle of the screen. Here, that ice cream cone. What that does is it gives you an extra shot of pepper. What that does is if you ever find yourself trapped with really no way out from the enemies, you can throw a dash of pepper into their face, and it will stun them long enough for you to escape. So there's the first level done already. In addition to the pepper, obviously you saw me doing it in that first level, you can also drop enemies. If they are on a piece of the burger, as you drop it down, they will fall with it. And there's a shot of pepper for you, right in the face. That's got a sting. Probably make you sneeze. The farther down, if there's an enemy on the piece of burger as it falls, it'll fall farther, knocking down the consecutive pieces. I like that it's a cup of coffee for your bonus points pepper thing, but it doesn't last long. You've got to hurry up if you want to get it. And there's just no time there. I've got to get a cup of coffee. I mean, this is me. You know me and coffee. There's another one, but can't get to it. And it doesn't last long. It only stays on the screen for briefly. See, it's gone already. It's kind of disturbing, I guess. It's another one of those things that if you think about it too much, it's kind of weird. The fact that your character is actually walking across the pieces of the burger, actually putting his feet on the meat and the bun. I mean, I don't know who's planning on eating these burgers, but I hope they know ahead of time that Peter Pepper has walked across them with his nasty ass feet. Anyway, but then again, I've always said that. Whoa, I threw the pepper. Come on now. I've always said that if you truly knew what was done to your food, and I don't mean like in a malicious way, I mean just in general, if you knew where your food came from or what had been done to it or how long it had been sitting around, or you would never eat anything, I swear. The things that we actually are putting into our mouths is usually, if you really stop and think about it, it's probably not very sanitary anyway. Life in general is not sanitary, let's face it. There's just, germs and whatnot everywhere. But, I think it doesn't help to have somebody walking across your food. Anyway. There are only 6 levels to this game. But I can promise you right now that, I know I can get through the first 4. I'm thinking back to when I played this when I was a kid. I can get through the first 4, possibly the 5th. You're not going to see the level 6 completed from me. That's it. I can almost guarantee it's not going to happen. If it does, well, then it'll be a pleasant surprise. But yeah, you can kind of trick the enemies too into going the way that you want them to, kind of. Either by standing like halfway up a ladder, but these ones are so short that there's really no chance of doing that. I'm getting boxed in here. I'm actually doing quite well. Point-wise, you'd want to drop as... well, see, I spoke too soon. You would want to drop as many enemies as possible, on the pieces of the burger as it falls, but, because that's what games at the time were all about. They were all about getting that high score and putting your initials up on the screen. I always had I always couldn't help but notice back in the day that when I put my initials up on the screen, it's that you would have to scroll through the alphabet basically as you were doing it, starting from A, obviously. And my initials, SPR, are all those 3 letters are kind of close to the, you know, last, say, 25% of the alphabet. So I would have to scroll through the whole, not the whole, but close to it, the alphabet, to get to those letters. And then what a lot of games would do is after you put in your first initial, then when it goes to put in the second one, it would revert back to A all over again. You would have to scroll through them all over again. So it would always take me a while to put my initials in. You know, I'm sure people out there with, you know, initials like with W and Z and whatnot would be able to relate to that, because that's, you know, there's always somebody that's got it worse, you know. 20,000 points, I got an extra life. That's definitely helpful. We gotta make some giant burgers here. I mean, these are just stacked. I don't know whose mouth is gonna fit around these burgers when they're all done, but funny thing, something I've never mentioned is I don't eat meat, so to even, I mean, it's just a game, I know, but to even be playing a game where the object is to make hamburgers is kind of funny on some level to me. Yeah, make sure you tip your wait staff, I'm telling you, because otherwise this is what happens, you get your food walked across. When it comes to tipping, I mean, I do it, but I just don't feel like it should be expected. I don't feel like it's a given, you know. I feel that in order to get... oh, I'm out of pepper. Well, that's not good. I feel that it needs to be earned, you know. I mean, if I'm going to give you extra money, you need to do something to warrant it, you know. And I think that what happens is a lot of, you know, waiters, waitresses, they'll... oh man, I'm failing now. They just do the bare minimum and then they expect a tip, or they're like disappointed if you don't leave one. If it's a place I'm going to be going back to frequently, then I will, just because I don't want to piss anyone off, you know. But you've got to earn a tip, I'm sorry. But then having said that, I feel like guilty or shamed if I don't do it, because that's what you're supposed to do. Level 5 here, it's not as bad as it looks. There's not many places where you can get trapped. I mean, if you... well... famous last words. Famous last words, oh my god. Yeah, not many places you can get trapped, and then I get trapped. Yeah, but if you get the enemies going a certain direction, like over onto here, then you can just go back and forth, you know, dropping the burgers. And if you happen to drop some enemies along with it, then that's all to the good. That gets them out of the way. You know, just keep going back and forth. There's 2 ladders right here, so that's good in case you should get trapped. You can just kind of go around. Kind of lure these guys all over here. That might help a little bit. Shoot. Yeah, let's get rid of some of these guys. Coffee. And it's gone already. Good grief. I don't know if I ever mentioned this. I think I have. And it relates to a restaurant, kind of. Well, it does, actually. Not kind of, it does. Is that when I say my name, a lot of people, usually on the phone, think that I'm saying Keith. And it actually happened in a restaurant where I went in and I gave my name for the table, and then when they called it, they said Keith. So even in person, people seem to think that when I say my name, I'm saying Keith, and it's Steve, and I don't know how those two even sound remotely alike. Oh, extra life, sweet. That came at a perfect time. I just might do this, I don't know. There's dead ends in this level, obviously, as you can see. You know, in order to get to some of the burger pieces, you've got to basically put yourself into a dead end. Oh, jeez. No. Alright, but I got the extra life, so one more shot. You know, this isn't going to end well. Like I said, there's only the 6 levels. After this one, it just repeats back to the beginning. Only, there's pickles. Oh, jeez, I'm out of... yeah. So there you go. That's burger time for you. Not a bad score. I'll take it. Everyone take it easy. Have a good day. Peace. And I'll see you around for another game.